All right. Welcome into the mastermind. It is Friday in San Diego. What's going on, Haley?
Hey, what's up, Ryan? How are you?
Doing awesome. We are Ryan and Haley at Ticor Title.
We are back in our office today. It's been
Yes.
when was the last time we did a video here? Probably over a year. So it's
The
been
beginning of quarantine, we did a couple.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to be back and we feel like we have a home again.
We're all together, title unit, farm department, accounting.
Yeah, it's been really cool. And I mean, talk about time flying and stuff. We're already in September, already getting, kids are back in school. We had Labor Day.
We had the first game of the NFL last night, and it was amazing. Sorry.
Yeah. And it's just crazy how fast time is going to fly. I mean, but before we look up and know it, we're going to be Thanksgiving. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. We got our Halloween lovers first.
Yeah.
Halloween, and then Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and we're going to look up, and it's going to be back
Super
in the
Bowl,
summer. Yeah, it's going to be
Easter.
all that. So I am just flabbergasted about the time flying.
She's flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
But I can't wait to get my pumpkin spice latte, okay? Or my pumpkin bread and all things pumpkin. Yes. It's my birthday and Halloween happen in the same month. I'm pretty pumped about October. Well, I'm ready to go to October.
So let's take it back. That's going to be, we are crazy still in the market. Things are still moving, but we wanted to touch a little bit about how, the seasons affect the real estate market and ways you can utilize your title team and help you with Ryan loves to say the word, the seasonality.
Seasonality. That's a lot of, just because it's a lot of syllables, it makes me sound really smart when I use 4-syllable words.
Seasonality of the market and ways we can kind of help you and what we can do to help you go with the flow of all the holidays coming and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about. What's a little trending today?
What's trending, yes. And we have, so the landscape before us in the San Diego real estate market. How can your title team come and help equip you to be most effective during the seasons and the holidays and all that surrounds that? Mm-hmm. And I mean, just really being available to get them the data and kind of give them the tools to go out there and win at the highest level. So if I'm say, have a real estate practice here locally, what can my title people do for me to help me maybe know community events coming up or what to make my audience, the homeowners, aware of? So what can we send them?
Yeah, so first things, we're going to be going into tons of events. I think people are really excited to start having normal events again. We're going to be having holiday parties. We're starting to see some invites coming up for Halloween stuff. So things are happening, and to kind of ramp up
trick-or-treating, Halloween parties, all that stuff.
Trick-or-treating was so depressing last year. I'm I don't even remember seeing trick-or-treaters last year. It was so depressing. Nobody wanted to pass out candy. Nobody wanted to go to anybody's houses.
There have been bigger years, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, this year we're going to see some events. So how can we help you, and what can you do to be the real estate agent to insert yourself if not having those own community events and throwing your own events? So we can help you get the data. We can help you get all the homeowners in the area, their mailing addresses, and then help you come up with the tactics on what to do.
Yeah, so we do farming very, very frequently here. And what is a farm? A farm is a area, region, or specific kind of overlays on data or qualifier. And those owners that fall into that qualification, we get able to send you the owner and the mailing information and contact information to let them know about. Maybe you're getting together with a couple other small businesses in the region, say OB, where you're from, or Carlsbad, and they're putting some kind of an event together, and you guys have a Halloween party, and now you can mail and invite homeowners and consumers and potential customers to come to the party.
Yeah, and you can insert yourself into those events. And we know, being salespeople, being real estate agents, you want to be the mayor of your community. You really want to insert yourself there. So what a better way to do it than becoming part of these events? And you don't even have to be the one to throw the event necessarily, because if you're in depth with your community, OB, they have a chili cook-off in October, and they have a huge beer garden with a huge stage. You could set up a booth, and we could help you get contact information or the homeowners' addresses around the area, so you can have an idea of who's stopping in and what people could be there, potential homeowners that could be wanting to sell in the area, buy in the area. You have a landscape of knowing what's already kind of going on.
Like I know in Rancho, doesn't Hoolies do some kind of like Celtic Oktoberfest or something? In La Mesa Village, you have the same. All over different parts of the county, they have different celebration. Pumpkin patches is something. Well, what do I tell all the neighbors about with my farm? We send pumpkin patch information. You know, fall festivals are big with the kids, where they get those goofy little rides that aren't really rides. Parkway Plaza comes out to mind, but Carlsbad Village has some cool stuff. And if you're not doing your own event, like piggyback off the events that the community's doing.
And so along with all these events and along with all the holidays, what else are we going to be around? We're going to be around our family and our friends and drinking.
Why do you say it like that? You're not pumped about seeing your friends? No, I'm kidding.
No, I am. Well, this year it's a little different. It involves travel, and I've never really had to travel around the holiday time. So flying on Thanksgiving and flying around Christmas, that's going to be fun. From what I've heard, it's a great experience. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for moving.
Yeah, deep breaths, bring a book.
But
deep breathing exercises.
You're going to be around family, friends. You're going to be drinking, sipping the pumpkin spice. Drinking the pumpkin spice with maybe some Kahlua in there and Bailey's and the eggnog. So, I mean, that all entails conversations and people moving and what's going to be going on, and we might not be ready to sell right now because kids are in school, we're going through the holidays, but like springtime might be happening, so we're going to be curious on selling. So what can your title team and what can we do to help you have some bullets in the holster for that?
Well, we arm them with property profiles for their friends and family that they're hanging out with, and now that you know that the baby's on the way, or that something's going on with your cousin Sarah, maybe they might be like going from one household to two households, they're going to need some real estate help, right? But in that whole seasonality of the holidays, we catch up with friends and family. We see people we haven't seen in 10 years, 5 years, a year, or just a couple months. But in all that catching up and getting the story caught up is what we're doing. We're getting their story, right? Well, sometimes life changes. Do life changes include housing changes sometimes, Haley?
No. Only almost every time.
Only every time. And so that's a great time to have locked and loaded a property profile going out that gives them the specs and the metrics on their personal property, which a lot of people look, we eat, breathe, and sleep, and we consume a lot of real estate. Tom Ferry, all the realtors we follow on social. So we're in it, but they're not in it. They're in their life. They're a nurse and have been fighting COVID for 18 months now, or whatever it is. Right?
They might see you're just sold or coming soon all the time, but they don't, they're like,
what does
that's
that even
cool.
mean?
What does that mean? They don't know. Trust me, we know because that's all we follow on Instagram and Facebook and social media.
And so it allows you to have that real estate conversation to remind them, hey, this is my real estate practice. This is my business I run. Here's a profile from Ticor Title that gives you a brief rundown on comps, deeds of trust, all those things, the tax sheet, and it stimulates questions from your people about their property, and it gives you that excuse to have the real estate talk. It's really, really a useful tool. So that's a tool that we're happy to provide you with. We can get you the smart device app that allows you to email it out, text it out. We can get you the printed in the envelope, ready to mail out. It's one way or another, it's a great top of mind awareness. And the holidays are going into the holidays are a perfect time to do it.
It's a good way to insert yourself because those conversations are naturally happening already. You're talking about family, you're talking about jobs, you're talking about what's going on. So, I mean, they know you're a real estate agent, so why not insert yourself when that conversation's happening and be the real estate agent they use? Because I may not be the first one to break this to you, but they might have 2 or 3 friends or have 2 or 3 realtors that hit them up in their neighborhood all the time. So you want to make sure that your cousin uses you and not Susie Q, who just farms that area. So how can you insert there and be first and give them the property profile, let them know the metrics of their house, let them know what you see. Oh, and that's just the title company's comp. It came in at, that came in a little low. Let me see what real numbers we can get based on this crazy market. People are getting 110% over asking right now. Yeah. So let's see what real numbers we can maybe get for your home.
And it's just a property profile, but it opens up a line of questioning that otherwise may not happen. And a lot of people are giving away pumpkins. A lot of people are giving away scarecrows for Thanksgiving, or like reverse Popeyes. Come get
Feel free to bring me an apple pie. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, if you head out to Julian, apple pie, right? And so with whatever their giveaway to their customer, a lot of agents accompany that with the property profile, right? So it gives them a slice of life, kind of a snapshot view of what they're dealing with on value, on updated things in the community, all that. So it's just becoming a resource. So this business is about relationships, and that's how you nurture relationships, is continually bringing value and valuable information. So being as it's we're embarking upon the fall, and Halloween is lingering out there before too long. One spooky thing that I ran into this week, it's so lame, is that
it never shuts off people.
I know, it doesn't.
It never shuts off people.
I love Halloween. So one spooky thing I had to deal with, I know that, she's from the title unit and everything, but we interfaced on this poor person had a child support lien on their house, and now they're selling some 15 years later. They didn't address the lien. And between the initial missed payments and the penalties, 15 years of court penalties and legal fees, etc., it's up to $170,000 now that it's pulling out of their equity, that they've got to make it right with the courts, right? I mean, those judgments, those liens, when that's the U.S. Superior Court or the San Diego Superior Court, you got to deal with those. Right?
And I don't know if the person on the other side is just going to be, only $100,000 and something thousand. That's okay. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah. No. Everybody's got room for that.
I think they want it. I think they're gonna want it. So continue. Yeah. Let's hear about.
So like that's a scary thing to think about. With just the negligence, right? We think like, oh, I'll deal with it. I'll procrastinate. I'll kick the can down the road, and then you deal with a decade, 15, 20 years in some cases we've seen, that devastates up to 40, 50, 60% of that equity you were counting on in proceeds. So just be mindful when you get those notices, when you get those listings. That's why we get out in front of them, is to find those court-related issues that come up, or the mechanics lien that just won't go away, because it takes some unraveling to get and deal with the court. And it takes some time.
Oh, yeah. We're having a really fun one, too. A really spooky one we're working on right now, which is going to be closing up today. And so I don't want to give it too much away, because hopefully this will be one I can talk about on our next video. But crazy liens, judgments, divorces, mechanics liens recorded on the wife decided to buy a property on the neighboring home. If you're getting divorced, why are you going to live next to each other? Mechanics liens, all kinds of stuff recorded on wrong properties, because names, all sorts of stuff we got sorted out. So I will be coming to you with the solution on that one, how we handled that next week once we close this bad boy up.
I'll tell you, one thing about title is that no day is the same, is it? The things that we're dealing with, no 2 days look exactly the same.
No, it's fun. It is incredible. So,
but we have Candy and her team is all back in our Mission Valley office. We've got escrow back, and everybody's still got some boxes lingering around, especially yours truly. But
some boxes.
Even the managers have things that aren't quite put away yet. But we're back together in one office. We had been scattered all around, kind of different sister companies' offices, and
you would have never known.
You never would have known, because the prelims didn't slow down, the service with a smile didn't slow down, but. Please let us know, and we're open to that feedback. What can we be doing better? What can we be doing more of at Ticor and on our team, of course, to make sure your customer experience is at the highest level? Yeah,
I mean, our service was just that great. Somebody wanted to drive right up and get it. So we're all cleaned up with that now. They wanted drive-through title service, and so we are back. And
literally drove through the window and through our office. So they just couldn't wait till Monday to get their prelim, I guess. Some people really need that prelim.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for using us as your title team. We're always available, always here to help, and let us know whatever you guys need. We can set up one-to-ones, grab some coffee, and go over specific business plans for you. Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. I'm Haley.
I'm Ryan, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.